I'm going to mute myself.
We are live and good to go.
Good evening. This is the Maryland Public Service Commission's public hearing in case 9692, the application by the Baltimore Gas and Electric Company for electric and gas multi-year plan, which includes a proposal for increase in rates by the company. My name is Fred Hoover. I'm the chair of the Maryland Public Service Commission, and with me I have three other commissioners. So go ahead, Bonnie.
Okay. Bonnie Suchman.
Mike?
Kumar Barve.
And
Thank you, Chair Hoover. Michael Richard.
okay. So the purpose of this hearing is to actually hear from customers of Baltimore Gas and Electric related to the application that is pending before us. And the testimony is being recorded by a court reporter, and it's also being broadcast live on the commission's channel. And with that, I'll turn it over to our executive secretary, Amanda Borden.
Thank you, Chair Hoover, and good evening, everyone. The first name that we have on our list is Tammy Bresnahan.
Good evening, Chairman Hoover and Chair and Commissioner Barve and the other members of the commission. It's good to be with you this evening. I am Tammy Bresnahan, and I am the Advocacy Director for AARP Maryland. And we represent over 850,000 members across the state, and about 400,000 in the BGE, or about 350,000 in the BGE service area. And I happen to be one of those customers. So we're here today to say that we are in opposition to the rate case, or at least to ask you to use your good judgment. As you know, they filed in February 17th, BGE, with the Maryland Public Service Commission for a second multi-year rate plan. ARP at the legislature has consistently opposed multi-year rate plans and forecasting in the future. In a tight economy and with rising inflation, older Marylanders across the state, many of whom are on fixed incomes, are struggling to make ends meet. To make matters worse, utility giants like BGE is requesting an increased rates that will result in automatic annual rate increases. And just let me give you an example. I'm a BGE customer. In April of 2023, my bill was, April of 2022, my bill was $190. I'm on the budget plan. I'm not low income, and I don't get LIHEAP. But in April of 2023, that bill went up to $233, and that is plus $43 a month. And I don't know how we can ask our retirees, our fixed income people, and our low income people to pay that much more. And in this case, it looks like, according to our math, that they would be asked to pay over a 3-year period more than $30. And in my case, my bill went up over $43 within 1 month. In stark contrast, by inflating its rate based on speculative assumptions, BGE shareholders would benefit, earning a substantial and risk-free guaranteed rate of return. ARP believes that the rate of return requested by BGE is excessive. ARP objects to the 10.4% return request, which far exceeds other utilities are getting and inflates rates. Essentially, gas and electric charges requested by BGE dissuades conservation because customers are charged before they even turn their lights and appliances on. We also believe that BGE does not need an additional $602 million. The Public Service Commission should use its critical eye to determine what is and isn't essential. ARP believes that you will do just that. The new rate should be determined by historic rate case filing after the work is completed, not before. I've submitted written testimony. I thank you for these few minutes. The ARP members across the state, thank you for these few minutes. And we appreciate all your critical eyes and your good judgments in the future. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Bresnahan. So Good seeing you again.
Good to see you.
Mr. Chair, the next participant that we have signed up on our list is Teresa Dudley. I don't see Teresa in the room. We do have a phone number. I'm not sure if Teresa's on the phone or if it's our next scheduled speaker.
And I think you have to do a certain thing to unmute yourself from the phone, right?
Right. They should be able, let's see. I think I could try.
Hey, Amanda, it's Kim. I didn't have the volume on my computer, so I had to dial in.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. So I don't see Teresa. So we'll move on to Joseph Castor.
Okay.
But I don't see Joseph either.
Okay.
We don't have anyone else signed up on our list for the evening.
Okay.
That is the end.
Alrighty. Well, I guess there's really no point in sort of waiting to see if anybody shows up. If they were going to come, they were going to be here. I suppose if somebody contacts you, tomorrow about, not being able to participate, just encourage them to send us some written comment, and I'll make sure it gets around to everybody. So.
Absolutely. Folks still have the opportunity to file public comments, and we still will have 2 more additional hearings
Yeah. So.
Coming up, so we can try and
Yeah,
all
that's
get
true.
them
I'd forgotten about that. So you could tell these people, look, if you couldn't make this one, then, just we'll do the second virtual one and then the public one. So,
Yep.
Okay.
Can
We're
I
happy to do that.
Can I ask a question of Tammy?
Sure. Go ahead.
Tammy?
I'm coming back. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you said that the legislature has opined against multi-year rate plans, and not being a member of the Economic Matters Committee, I'm not familiar with that. Could you explain that statement? I'm just a little more information about that.
So a couple of years ago, I want to say not last session, but the session before last, maybe it had to be before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So
It was before the pandemic. Baltimore Gas and Electric and some of the other utilities put forward, well, the chairman of Economic Matters put forward a bill that would allow, would require the commission, and I might not be saying this correctly, but would require the commission to look at multi-year rates. It wasn't anything prohibiting the commission, as the way I understood it, from doing that anyway. And then there was a work group after that, and the Public Service Commission said that
A legislative work group?
no,
by the commission.
Public Service Commission did a work group. And then they decided, after they gathered all the evidence, that they would look at multi-year rate plans. And that's kind of the historical aspect, as I recall. But we have, in that bill, there were 5 different ways that they wanted the Public Service Commission to look at rates. And all of them seem to be forecasting, like formula rate based, multi-year rate based. There were like 5 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they called it the modernization. No, it did not pass.
It didn't pass. Did it get out of committee?
Yes, it could pass the House overwhelmingly, but it did not pass the Senate.
Okay. Well, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And can I ask Tammy a question, as long as we're asking questions?
Sure.
Yeah, just a very quick question. So AARP is on the record in opposing multi-year rate planning?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It was worth your while stopping by.
Right. Yeah.
Prince of Park.
That's right. I guess with that, then we'll, unless anybody else has any other questions for Tammy, I guess we'll call it a night. And I thank Tammy for participating, and we'll conclude the hearing. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
All right. See you, gang.
Take care.